Thank you very much to all those who are involved in organizing this very interesting and very timely program for having invited me, because I have to confess that I'm a long time admirer of the EU. Ever since I joined the Indian Foreign Service more than 5 decades ago. My first paper that I wrote, if I could confess, as a probationer in the Indian Foreign Service within days of my joining, was on the then European common market and the lessons that it could hold for the rest of the world. And my first language was French, my first foreign language. My first posting was Paris in France. And ever since then, in all my postings, whether abroad or in India, sometimes it used to be in Europe, sometimes it had a lot to do with Europe, because Indian interests were always inextricably involved with Europe. And of course, there was always the ICCR, because I'm also a firm believer in what Kanchi referred to as soft power. And all along, the ICCR in all its incarnations has been a very true ally, helping us in times good as well as not so good. And I had some really exciting experiences, and I'll just mention one of them, because I don't want to preempt the very interesting panelists and the chief guest who will follow. That when, for example, I was in Lusaka in Zambia, the then Director General of the ICCR, Mrs. Bhalla, wrote to me saying that I had to contact Mr. Nelson Mandela, who was then in Robben Island in prison, and secured his agreement to getting the Nehru Award for International Understanding. That was a very tall order, but I managed to go to Botswana, and through the President of Botswana, we managed to get hold of a trusted advisor of Nelson Mandela who came to Gaborone. But then, as luck would have it, there was bad weather and the flight was diverted to Johannesburg, and we had no relations with South Africa. So I was in the transit lounge holding on to my briefcase containing the letter to Mr. Nelson Mandela, hoping against hope that I would not be discovered. But I think the immigration people knew very well that I was on my way to Gaborone. They were very courteous. They allowed me to enter the city and stay in the hotel for the night till I was picked up and went to Gaborone. So ICCR has been with us throughout, and in my last foreign posting in Kathmandu in Nepal, believe me, Mr. Director General, at every stage when there were very, very serious challenges, it was culture and soft power which helped us to break the ice, to crack the nut, and to win over people, entire sections of the population. So this is a very timely gathering on a very, very important subject. And I think India and the EU, as the concept paper also says, are ideally suited to utilize soft power as a very important tool in the diplomatic armory, because both are very strong on soft power. And if I may say so, if there is one wish that all of us have today, as we are trying to recover from the great challenges, the great tragedies of COVID, is how to make this world a better world when we emerge out of it. I think Pope Francis said several months ago, within a few days of the COVID-19 pandemic striking the world, within a few days, he said with great foresight, he said, after an experience like this, the world can never be the same. Either it will be worse or it will be better. And we must strive to make it better. And how is it going to get better? Not through the use of hard power, with every country competing with every other country exclusively on hard power. Hard power is unfortunately necessary in the imperfect world in which we live. But it is soft power which is going to make the world a better place. Soft power which will make us realize that we are here not only for ourselves, we are here, or even for our nations, we are here really for the entire human family, and in fact for the entire planet. And that sense of togetherness, that sense of caring and sharing can only come through the exercise of soft power, which brings people together, which breaks down barriers and enables us to take a longer term view. So I would like to urge that we take this subject very, very seriously. I'm so glad that the Diplomatist has come out, I believe, with a study on soft power in the EU, because I think we need to study it very closely, and I hope this will be the beginning of many. And the way in which the EU has handled diversity and the way in which India is handling diversity through democratic means is something on which we can share our experiences very frankly and very honestly. I'm sure that the two countries, in addition to whatever the governments might do and wonderful agencies like the ICCR and their counterpart partners in other EU countries can do, civil society, which includes all of us,